Hey everyone, this is Brian again with 3landguys.com, back with another property tour. Today we're going to be looking at a 4.15 acre property in Taney County, Missouri, which is in southern Missouri. It's down by Table Rock Lake, Branson, down in that area. So if you're from St. Louis or Kansas City or somewhere up north, it is down towards the Missouri and Arkansas border. And I'm going to go ahead and what you're looking at here is our Missouri listings. You can see we've got 70 total. About 42 of those have already sold, so I think we've got about 28 properties left. We're going to scroll down and take you to the 4.15 acre. Here it is here. We're going to click on that. And as you can see here, so this is the parcel boundaries. The reason there's lines going through this is because it's 4 individual properties that are all side by side. So it's in a nice, well-developed area. There's single-family homes, really nice single-family homes on this street. So this is a buildable lot. This wouldn't be like a camping lot or anything like that. This is going to be more of like a lake house, lake cabin, buildable lot. But we've got it at a really, really, really good price. Here you can kind of see. So the property actually starts up here in the corner when we do these 3D views. So the nice buildable area is up here in the northeast corner of the property. So you can ignore where the boundaries are. That's just a 3D view. And then here's a little bit of a zoomed out view you can see. And I'll show you in the interactive map and zoom in and out that way. But you can see these are all houses off of Santa Fe Drive here. These are all houses, and then the neighborhood continues west outside of that picture. And then this is a pretty good shot to give you an idea of how close you are to the river. And then the major intersection is 160 and 76. And you've got, so you're right outside Forsyth, Missouri. So it's in a well-established subdivision. And if you scroll down the page, what's really cool is for every property we have, we do an interactive map. And that allows you to zoom in and zoom out. So you'll see this is familiar from above. This is the actual property here. So let's zoom out a little bit. And you can see this is in a well-developed subdivision. You can see that there's this big chunk of land over here that has not been developed. Now, if you wanted to buy one parcel, you can. We have it packaged right now as all 4. But if you just wanted to buy one, that's okay. We can do that. We can split it up, and we could talk about a price and do so. But that's kind of an overview. Let's move this over a little bit. Let's zoom out maybe one more time. So here you see kind of the entrance to the neighborhood comes down here. Let's go out. There's a nice view. So you can see here's the White River. Here's 160 and 76. And the neighborhood basically starts right in here and then comes in on Skyline, and then you make a right onto, let's see, Santa Fe. And then Santa Fe splits, stay to the left, and then you come down Santa Fe and the property's on the left. So if you call in about this property, what I can do is I can give you this address right here. But it should be pretty evident. You can see here's a power pole here, so you've got electric right here. Obviously, there's a lot of single-family homes. For water, it is going to be well and septic at buyer's expense. To our knowledge, it is not city water and sewer. But it should be pretty easy to find because when you see this split in the road, you know that the property boundary is going to be right across the street, and you know you're going to be looking at the southwest corner of the block. So you've got the southwest and the southeast corner of the property. And then what is also cool is you can do 3D views, and this is for all of our properties. You can see here Google Earth is kind of loading. And then you can start to rotate around and see in 3D what the area is like. So the property actually starts, if you remember, property actually starts right up here. Kind of what I'm looking at is above this intersection. So if we switch this back to looking north, you can see the little N here. The property actually starts here. When you do these 3D views, the parcel boundaries get a little wonky on you. But this will give you a good idea of the terrain. which is helpful. And what I like to do is I like to look from the street view. So you can see here, so you can see it dips back in here, but most people are building right along the road. So what you could do is you could build right in here would be the buildable spot, and then you would own basically all the acreage that heads down towards the sloped back end of this whole development. And if we zoom out even more and give you some views, so here you can see the river out here. Continues over that way. And then here's looking north. So that's looking north at the boundary or at the property itself. And so that's it. You can play around with those street views. Now let's zoom on out, and then that way you guys can see. So here's Forsyth over here to the west. You've got Taneyville up here to the north off 76. And then over here, you know, you've got Branson and Branson West, and obviously, obviously the lake. So you're just a short drive to the lake, but you're in a nice, well-developed subdivision, and we've got this for a really, really good price. Just a heads up if you want to get directions. So if you're coming from St. Louis or Kansas City or Springfield or Arkansas, wherever you're coming from, just put in your starting address here and click Get Directions. That's going to load a map and map you right to the property. Here we've got pricing information and property information. So we've got this right now for $25,000 at 12% interest at $1,250 down. Now, if you put more down, we can lower the interest and lower the monthly payment and potentially shorten the term. So we're flexible. We own the property. I personally, my name is Brian, I own the property and I'm the decision maker. So I can craft whatever payment plan you need. But as a general rule of thumb, the more you have down or the more cash you have, the better deal you get, as evidenced by the cash buyer discount of 40% and the cash buyer price of $15,000. Now that's under $4,000 an acre in Taney County, which is a very, very, very good price per property. Now, the reason we can sell these properties so cheap, quite honestly, is because we can buy property very cheap. We know how to find property. It's off the market. We're not buying property off Zillow or the MLS like most people are. We're professional investors, and we know how to find property that's off market. We buy it at very, very, very big discounts. We're generally buying somewhere between 10 and 30% of retail market value, and then we're usually selling for 60 to 80%, somewhere in there, give or take, of market value. And we'll get pictures, we build maps, we do everything that's required for you to make a good decision on whether or not the property is for you. So come to the website, check it out, use the map, get directions, check out the location, then take a look at it in person. Our property in Taney County does sell fast. Anything near the lake this time of year will sell fast. If you want to lock up a parcel and reserve one, you simply click on this Reserve Parcel button, and this is going to take you to a page where for $100, and this is a refundable deposit for 48 hours, we'll generate a contract, send over that contract for your review. If for any reason you do not like the contract or the property itself, when you go look at it, we refund that $100 and we simply put the property back on the market for the next person who wants to buy it. So that's it. Secure checkout. We use Stripe to process our payment. Stripe is a payment processor very similar to PayPal, and everything is secure. And you can see here, you click on the Make My Deposit button. Once you do that, we'll generate and create a purchase agreement, send it over to the email that you enter right up here, and we'll shoot over that agreement for you. But basically, if you're buying on terms, it's a contract for deed, meaning you make X amount of payments, and at the end of that, the property, the title is conveyed to you. So very similar to buying a car on payments, buying a house on a 30-year mortgage. You're going to make payments, and at the end of those payments, you own the property free and clear. Now, if you're paying cash, we'll cover all the closing costs, deed preparation. We'll take care of everything, and we'll secure what's called a closing notary, who is going to meet you wherever you are. So I'm actually in St. Louis, so I could meet you if you're St. Louis, but if you're down in southern Missouri or Kansas City or somewhere like that, we would just hire a real estate closing notary to come meet you. And that's how we do our closings. they will have the deed already ready, and you will have a cashier's check. And that's basically it. And then you send in the deed for recording at the Taney County Recorder's Office, and we show you how to do that as well. So we make buying land really easy. We've got several properties available in Taney County, Stone County, Berry County. We have a lot of property right now in southern Missouri with more coming in. So if you're interested, go ahead and come back to our website here. If we scroll back up, head to Missouri, and then you can see all of our different listings in Missouri. We've got a ton of property in southern Missouri. We've got a lot of property in Morgan County, which is out at Lake of the Ozarks. So if you're looking for land with no restrictions, something more off the grid, that's a great spot. And we also have some good parcels in Washington County, just south of St. Louis. So once again, this is Brian with 3landguys.com, signing off with another property tour. We just looked at the 4.15 acres in Taney County, Missouri that is available at a wholesale cash price or with owner financing. Go ahead, come to our website and give us a call at 855-995-4798. Talk to you soon.